So my unit is on the U.S. Constitution for 3rd grade. It covers English language arts as well as history and social studies standards. The goals for this unit are for students to understand the Constitution and the branches of government through the use of technology to assist them in their learning. The Common Core standards include reading of informational and literary text as well as writing, speaking, and language. The ISTE standards are so that students are empowered learners, knowledge constructors, creative communicators, as well as being global collaborators. The Social Science Standard 3.4 says students understand the role of rules and laws in our daily lives and the basic structure of the U.S. government. Virtual field trips are great for visual and verbal learners. Discovery Education puts on one every year for Constitution Day. This one has students going to Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. ReadWorks is a wonderful website for interpersonal, verbal, and logical learners. We used one about the U.S. Constitution. For my verbal learners, they can listen to the article being read to them. For my logical learners, when they are done, there is a question set for them to answer. I can assign it to them in their Chromebook. Interpersonal learners will read and love to reflect about how it pertains to them. Epic is an amazing website and app for Chromebooks and iPad. It is free to students and we use it all the time. It's great for verbal, visual, and intrapersonal learners. Students can access a wide range of books. I have a collection of books for my students for almost every unit. I have one called the U.S. Constitution, and I can assign it to students, which I have. Inside, I have 63 different books at different levels for them to check out. Verbal learners can listen to the books, be read to them. Visual learners are going to see lots of pictures and things that they can actually see to learn. Interpersonal learners, again, just love to read. Using QR codes to create a scavenger hunt, students can link up to Google Maps. For my logical learners, students can see exactly where things are. The Constitution is kept in the National Archives Museum. Students can click and see pictures of the place that they may not ever have seen before. There's also 360-degree videos where students can click and turn around and see the entire front of the building, sometimes inside, but not for this museum. Kinesthetic learners will love being able to drag the video around the image so that they can see as if they were really there. Visual learners, again, love to actually see it. Schoolhouse Rock. While it was old when I was young as well, my students still very much enjoy it. They get to see animations of what we're talking about, and it's put to a really catchy song. My students have been singing these songs all unit long, and they love it. My school site has a subscription to BrainPop. Logical learners can answer questions about what they just watched in the video. Kinesthetic learners can play games where they click and drag. Logical learners will like where they sort branches of government. Students will be researching candidates that are up for election at City Council in their own city. They will view a live broadcast of the forum where they debate the essential issues. Students will pick a candidate and try to interview them for our final project. It's great for naturalistic learners because it affects their community. Interpersonal learners like the back and forth communication with a candidate during an interview. Visuals get to see, logicals get to edit and draft interview questions. Intrapersonal learners can reflect on what they feel about the candidates. Newsela is a news website for students. Naturalistic and interpersonal learners can read about real life scenarios. This one is about an immigration case that went to Supreme Court. I can choose different levels, and third grade is great. It's got level 3 on there. And at the very end of the article, it talks about that this case went on to the Supreme Court. After reading, students will take notes and they will actually be participating in a mock trial that has to do with this article. Students will take that Newsela article and assign roles to each other. Naturalistic learners will like to judge the trial. Kinesthetic learners like to act things out. Interpersonals get that back and forth between the different roles. In the end of the unit, students will bring everything together for one final product. Screencastify will have been used as well as iMovie to capture things throughout the unit so that they can use them for this final project. Using the candidate interview as well as the mock trial and other performances that students have done, they will compile an iMovie so that they can inform voters on what's going on in local elections as well as why the Constitution is important in everyone's lives. We will upload this video to our class website and share it with the community.